Hundreds of millions of dollars were liquidated from the crypto markets this week. $750 billion was wiped out from the stock markets this week. But don't worry, Trump says that the war against crypto is over.
And so the president is correcting that wrong, and he has officially ended the Biden administration's war on the cryptocurrency industry. And I think that's the message he sent with this pardon. Karen, yes.
Yes, that was the clip. And let's go ahead and talk about what this means, what could potentially happen, and what is actually going on. Because how can we have a pro-crypto group of public servants, but prices be so bad and the market just responds so badly? First off, under the previous administration, everybody was getting unjustly sued. Tornado Cash, Samurai Wallet, Ripple, Coinbase, Gemini, you name it, they were getting sued. And there wasn't even real reasons why these companies were getting sued because they were not committing fraud. And as far as them breaking laws, there were no laws about crypto to break. So it makes absolutely no sense why they kept getting hit up by the SEC. But now we have a pro-crypto administration, but numbers going down. And this is why I regurgitate the information consistently. The market does not care about you or your feelings. It's going to do what it's going to do. And some of you may stop me and be like, Wendy, oh my God, it's manipulated X, Y, and Z. Everything is manipulated in this world. Have you heard about the stock market? Heck, we lost $750 billion this week compared to a couple $100 million in crypto, right? And again, price does not equate to utility. We're seeing a lot of crypto projects continuously build and price isn't responding. Some notable projects, Ripple, they're basically taking on the banking system. Same with Hedera. They just got their first spot ETF approved not too long ago. In addition to that, they're going super hard on tokenization, aka RWAs, DeFi, and AI, which is not only the trend right now, but this is going to be the absolute future of crypto as we get integrated into traditional finance, because traditional finance wants to tokenize everything. And in the past, crypto used to be extremely volatile and very short-term price action. When we get these bull markets, yes, number would go up, but it was very volatile. It was very harsh. And when we crashed, number went down and it went down hard. But if you pay attention to a lot of the support and resistance areas of a lot of these altcoins, they're just kind of going sideways. Yes, they are going down, but they're holding on to their supports incredibly well, especially with Bitcoin. And you have to remember, in bear markets, Bitcoin drops anywhere between like 50 and 70%. And as time progresses, we're seeing these drops be a lot less. And even at like a 30% drop, we would be trading around $85,000 Bitcoin. And yes, altcoins will tank a lot more because they're a lot more volatile and they have a smaller market cap than Bitcoin. But at the same time, you're going to have to start paying attention to traditional markets and how these trade and how people play these types of markets. And the way that I like to think of it is your 401ks, for example. If you're American and you're watching this, most of us have 401ks. When we work a job, we automatically take 3 to 5% out of our paycheck. It goes into, to a financial advisor, and then they go ahead and invest that on our behalf. And most of us are not planning to cash out until we're retired, like 65 or whenever we're not going to get penalized. And that's the way that I'm starting to look at crypto. And that's why I'm not playing too much with a lot of the more risky projects or the newer ones. Yeah, I'll dabble here and there, but I'm very aggressively taking profit and leaving a moon bag. That's why I'm focusing on projects that I think will sustain, that are fully integrating into traditional finance, which I know a lot of you guys are big, Wendy, why are you doing that? Crypto is supposed to be about decentralization, blah, blah, blah. Well, there still are some projects that are focusing on tradfi, but also DeFi, projects that are going to become spot ETFs. And I'm starting to focus my shift to a lot more long-term holding, just like I would my 401k. So drop me a comment. Let me know how you are actively trading this market or investing in this market. I read them all.